Everyone, Hopper here, and I am at Journey's End, which is the northern terminus of the Long Trail here in Vermont. It's here at the Vermont-Canadian border, and well, for us, it's going to be Journey's beginning because we're headed southbound for the full 273 miles all the way down to Massachusetts. So behind me over here, I've got Canada, and over this way we have the USA. But I am not alone here, unlike the large sections of the Pacific Crest Trail, but I've actually got my hiking partner. There we have Emily. She does not have a trail name yet, but I'm sure she'll do something to deserve one sometime in the next couple hundred miles. So, yeah, so this is kind of a gear shakedown and a training hike for, for both of us. Looking at potentially doing the Appalachian Trail next year. So, but for now, hike on. We are less than a half mile into the trail and the colors are already changing on the leaves. Well, here you go. We're halfway between the equator and the North Pole, and about, I guess, 3/4 of the way around the world to the South Pole. And here we are at almost the end of the first day. This is Burnt Mountain at a nosebleed altitude of 2,569 feet. Whew, I can barely breathe the lack of oxygen. Hey, good morning. It wasn't really a long day yesterday, just shy of 6 miles total, including the approach trail. But normally I don't stay at not privies, shelters like this. But it was kind of late and didn't really see any mouse activity, so I went with it. And I'm already finding some other southbounders here. So, all right, let's get on trail. Speaking of privy, there's actually a privy here too, and check that out. That is a little bunny rabbit, kind of appropriate for Hopper. One thing that I've noticed so far in the Long Trail is that they don't believe in anything resembling a switchback. It's basically shortest distance right up this hill. Well, here on the second day, we get our first significant view. Here we are at J Peak's ski area. You got a gondola up there, or gondola, depending on how you pronounce it, and snowmaking machines. So, but we gotta go up. Here we are at J Peak, 3,835 feet. Got some amazing views of the horizon, and check this out, that's even the shadow of J Peak. But one thing we don't see quite yet are leaves changing from their green to their vibrant autumn colors, hopefully in the days coming up or maybe in a week or so. Hey, good morning. It was another night in a shelter. Like I said, I'm not really a shelter person, but here in the northern section of the Long Trail, it's really hard to find level ground. It's pretty rugged. But there were actually, it was me, Emily, and 4 other people in there last night, and it wasn't totally crowded. I think you could actually fit 8 in the, I guess, 5, 6. I don't know, there was plenty of room, and we could actually semi-social distance. So, but way in the distance there's a privy, and there is actually water here that you can collect, and got a little campfire going there. Welcome to Domey's Dome at 2,888 feet. They got real creative with the naming of this place. Here we have a ladder that goes up to Chet's Lookout. Let's see what we can see. Alrighty, the views aren't too bad. You can start to see a little bit of color change in those trees. And through there, right through there, that's J Peak that we were on yesterday. And we've arrived at our campsite for the evening right before the rains are about to hit. And we've gone 17.2 since Canada. Not too bad, eh? Here we've got some water, and we're needing some, but check it out. Mr. Frog here likes the water. Hey, Mr. Frog. If you can drink it, we can drink it. Hey there. All right, so I'm going to wrap up this little section of the video with a little history here at Hazen's Notch Camp. And, okay, so I'm on the Long Trail, and the Long Trail is, as I've mentioned earlier, it's the oldest long-distance through hike in the United States. The trail itself was actually built between 1910 and 1930, and it is maintained by the Green Mountain Club. Now, if you've heard of the Green Mountains, these are the mountains in Vermont. And when many people think of the mountains of Vermont, they think of skiing. Now, me, just as a little history buff, when I think of the Green Mountains, I think of Ethan Allen and the Green Mountain Boys. They were actually the original Vermont militia that was formed in 1760. Ethan Allen and the Green Mountain Boys fought in the American Revolution and were actually led by notorious traitor Benedict Arnold, and together they did good things, of course, and they captured Fort Ticonderoga from the British in 1775. They went on to fight, for the country in the War of 1812, the French and Indian War, and even in the American Civil War. So just when you're out here, there's so much history in this region. Yeah, just if you get a chance to get out here, just something to think about. Or, hey, there's this thing called Google, and you can learn a lot more from it. But for now, I'm going to end off this video, and I'm going to hike on.